amazed. Doggy. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, so I have leftover butcher block, so I'm gonna make like a little swing up part of my counter. So I ordered some brackets, and these things are friggin' gigantic. I might have gone overkill. These have a 550-pound capacity, which I think my whole kitchen setup would break before these brackets do. Look how giant these things are. It's like friggin' 4 inches across. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try attaching them and see what happens. We'll see how this looks once I put it on there. Okay, so my counter has to be 23 and 9/16 wide. That's how wide my countertop in there is. So lengthwise, I just need to make it as long as these pieces are, I guess. So. Okay, so the way the bracket sits, it has like a little kind of half circle shape at the top of it. So I need something to raise the platform a little bit so my new butcher block is even. So what I've done is I've cut these guys. It was just actually my bed slats. So it's not the strongest wood, but those nails that, or the screws rather, that came with the brackets are pretty heavy duty. So I think if I pre-drill the holes, that these will be fine for just adding a little bit of height to the contraption without adding much weight. So let's see. Okay, so the way that the holes are installed in these hinges, I think I have to first mount them to my counter and then secondarily, or first mount them to my cabinet, my kitchen, if you will, and then I have to mount them to the new piece of butcher block. So let's go, hope this works okay. All right, I've got my impossibly large freaking bracket here. Let's try to mark the spot where we want this. They seem to mark where I want to pre-drill these pieces out. I also just want to say real quick, it's the middle of January and it is like, the sun is shining. I think it's like almost 70 degrees out here today. I'm super grateful. All right, we got this bag of big old beefy screws. So I need a similarly but slightly less beefy drill bit. Let's see what I'm working with here. Kind of like the look of, no, not that guy. I think that might be the one. It's a similar diameter to the internal part of the screw. You see that, oh snap. See, similar. All right, let's try it. So we're just gonna do one screw first to test the positioning here, and I like this one, but it's really hard to get to, so we're gonna start with this guy. And this, hitting that is why we test things. Okay, so they're opening and closing now. I know they're gonna be too low, so I'm gonna have to raise this up a little bit, but let's just see how butcher block sits on there. Alright, so I've got the height dead even, but now the problem is these screws, when they come up, are not gonna have that much grab onto there, but I might have some other screws I can use. So let's see. Hi, who's a pretty girl? You, I know. So I took my extra pieces of butcher block and I have screwed them into this so they raise it to the right height. And I think now I can just, these are pretty on there, so now I can just attach this piece and call it a day. Voila. Sits like so. Still plenty of room to get in and out. And when I need it to cook. Perfect. Sometimes you have to forego the drill and just go with old reliable. Oh man, it's not easy. When the screwdriver's not working either, we got our handy ratchet, which has never let us down.
1 hour later.
I'm a little bummed that I couldn't get this on here without having this gap. I had it cinched right up against the counter. When I lift the bracket up, it needs to almost come slightly past parallel, and then it settles down into its groove. And since I had it lined up like perfect, there was no room for it to come up past parallel. So I had to scoot it out a little bit. It's not my first choice, but overall, I'm not mad at it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. Be amazed. Doggy. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.